Luna, a tiny silver-furred rabbit, lived in Moonflower Meadow, a peaceful land where clover grew thick, fireflies danced every night, and the air smelled like honeydew. Luna was smaller than the other rabbits, but she had the brightest eyes in the meadow, eyes that reflected the moon like tiny mirrors. Every night, while the other rabbits slept inside burrows, Luna sat on a little hill staring at the moon. The moon, glowing soft and white, felt like a friend or a destination. She whispered to herself every night, "One day, I'll touch the moon." Her friends laughed at her dream, saying, "Luna, you're too small. Rabbits hop, they don't fly." But Luna didn't care. When she looked up, she felt something pulling her, like the moon was calling her name. One night, while lying on a patch of glowing moonflowers, Luna stretched her paw high toward the sky and felt the tiniest, barely there spark at her paw tips. Was it real? Was the moon responding? Luna's heart filled with wonder. That night, she made a promise to herself. "I will find a way to reach you, dear moon." Even if no one believed in her, even if it sounded impossible. Dreamers aren't afraid of impossible things. The next morning, Luna woke up early, excitement bubbling inside her. "Today I start my journey to the moon." So she began trying every idea her little rabbit brain could imagine. First attempt, the hop of all hops. Luna took a deep breath, bent her legs, and leapt higher than she ever had. She soared through the air, higher, higher. Then she fell face first into a soft patch of dandelions. She giggled, shaking pollen off her whiskers. Okay, that didn't work. Second attempt, the ladder of sticks. Luna collected twigs, branches, and even carrot crates from Farmer Maple's garden. She built a tall, wobbly ladder. She climbed. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. The ladder shook. "Almost there," she whispered. And then, crack! The whole ladder collapsed, and Luna landed in a pile of soft leaves. Maybe the moon is further than I thought. Third attempt, balloon lift. She tied dozens of berry-colored balloons she found floating from the summer festival. She knotted them to her waist. Slowly, slowly, Luna lifted off the ground. The wind carried her. Up, up, up. But suddenly a pine tree snagged the balloons. Pop, pop, pop. Luna dropped safely into a bush. She sighed. "I'll get there somehow." For a moment, she felt a tiny sting of frustration. But then she looked up. The moon seemed to glow brighter, as if smiling at her, saying, "Keep trying, little one." So she tried again, and again, and again, because real dreamers never quit. One evening, as Luna sat under her favorite moonflower, an old owl named Orion landed on a branch above her. Orion was respected by all creatures. His feathers were shimmering gray, like storm clouds, and his eyes glowed like twin lanterns. "Little rabbit," he hooted, "why do you always gaze at the moon?" Luna perked up. "Because I want to touch it one day." Orion blinked slowly. "That is a big dream for such a small creature." "I know," Luna said softly, "but I feel like I'm meant to." The owl studied her carefully. "Most creatures chase food or shelter, but you chase the moon. That makes you different." Luna lowered her head. "Different in a good way, or a bad way? Orion fluttered down beside her. In a wonderful way, he said. Dreamers like you bring magic to our world. Luna's heart warmed. Could you help me? She asked with hope. The owl thought deeply. No creature has ever reached the moon. But, he began, there are old legends. Legends of a place where the earth touches the sky. The Sky Peak Mountain. If anything can take you closer to the moon, it is that mountain. Luna's ears perked up. A mountain that touches the sky. Higher than clouds, Orion nodded. Luna had never traveled far from her meadow, but when she thought about the moon, she felt courage bubbling in her chest. Then I will climb it, Luna declared. The wise owl smiled. I knew you would say that. I will guide you to the forest edge. After that, you must follow the silver winds. Thank you, Luna said, hugging his wing. Be careful, little moon chaser, Orion warned. Dreams are beautiful, but journeys can be dangerous. Luna nodded. Her heart was ready. Her paws tingled with excitement. Tomorrow, the journey would begin. The next dawn was golden and warm. Dewdrops sparkled across the meadow like tiny stars fallen to earth. Luna stood at the edge of her home, looking back one last time. The burrows, the moonflowers, the whispering grass. Everything she knew was behind her. Ahead lay the unknown. Orion flew above her, guiding her path through the whispering woods. The trees were tall and old, their roots twisting like ancient stories buried in the earth. Strange glowing beetles buzzed around them, lighting the path like lanterns. But Luna stayed brave. After hours of hopping and following Orion's hoots, they reached the forest edge. Beyond it lay rolling hills and a sky so wide it looked endless. Orion landed beside her. This is where I must leave you, he said gently. Luna swallowed. Will I be okay? Trust your paws. Trust your heart. And follow the silver winds. How will I know them? Luna asked. When the time is right, they will find you. Luna nodded. The owl spread his great wings and rose into the sky. Good luck, moon chaser, he called. Luna took a deep breath. Then she hopped forward into the unknown world, her dream glowing inside her like a tiny star. The next part of Luna's journey led her through the valley of echoing winds. Here, the breezes hummed strange tunes, songs of travelers long forgotten. Luna hopped carefully. Suddenly, a swirl of silver mist curled around her feet. It glittered like stardust. The silver winds. Just as Orion promised, they had found her. The winds twirled around her, lifting her ears, pushing gently in one direction, toward a distant mountain peak touching the clouds. Sky Peak Mountain. Luna felt her heart race. I'm coming, moon, she whispered. The winds carried her forward. She hopped faster and faster until she reached the foot of the great mountain. It rose so high that its top disappeared into the sky. Luna gasped. It was both beautiful and terrifying. But courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to climb anyway. Climbing Sky Peak Mountain was harder than anything Luna had imagined. The pathways were steep. The rocks were sharp. The air grew colder the higher she went. But Luna didn't stop. At the ice ridge, she slipped and slid down a sheet of frost, but caught herself with her tiny paws just in time. At the stone bridge, she crossed a narrow ledge with roaring winds trying to push her off. At Cloud's Gate, a thick fog made it impossible to see. But Luna kept whispering, "I'm doing this for the moon, for my dream." Her paws ached, her breath grew short, but her heart kept going. Near the top, she collapsed onto a soft patch of frost grass, exhausted. She looked up. The moon was huge now, glowing brighter than ever. So close, almost within reach. She reached out her paw, but it was still too far. Tears welled up. "I've come so far. I tried so hard. Why can't I reach you?" Just then, the silver winds returned. They swirled around Luna, lifting her gently into the air. Up, 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 toward the moon. The winds shimmered with light. The sky sparkled. And Luna realized she wasn't touching the moon with her paws. She was touching it with her heart. Her dream, her courage, her journey, that was her connection to the moon. The winds lowered her softly back to the mountain peak. The moon glowed brighter in response, as if saying, "You did it, little one." Luna began her journey back down the mountain, glowing with joy. She hadn't touched the moon physically, but she had touched it in a way no creature ever had. When she finally returned to Moonflower Meadow, the animals gathered around her. "Did you reach it? Did you really see the moon up close?"
Luna smiled.
"I didn't touch it with my paw," she said softly, "but I touched it with my dream." The other rabbits stared at her, new respect shining in their eyes. Orion the owl landed beside her, proud. "You did what no rabbit ever dared," he said. Luna gazed up at the moon. It glowed brighter than normal, like it was greeting her. And from that night on, whenever creatures looked at the moon, they felt a strange warmth in their hearts, as if the moon remembered the little rabbit who tried to reach it. And every night, Luna whispered to the sky, "Thank you for calling me." Thank you for watching. Like the video. Subscribe for more stories.